I just completed a 50-day no nut challenge. And this is probably by far one of the hardest challenges of my life. And actually tonight makes 51 days. And I think this is something all men need to try. I think this is something all men need to do. The reason this was one of the hardest challenges that I experienced personally, just for the sheer amount of temptation that men, we go through on a daily basis from, basically might as well just call Instagram soft porn. Can't go many scrolls without seeing a naked woman. You see porn on Twitter, and I even had the temptations from my own girlfriend, but I stay committed. I stay dedicated to myself of wanting to complete this no nut journey, this no nut challenge. Now, a lot of the horn dogs might be saying, why would any man want to do a no nut challenge? Why would any man want to embark on a no nut journey? Well, and by the way, no nut, same as semen retention, same as NoFap, no nut, it's all the same thing. Now, it's very simple why any man would and should go on a no nut journey. And the very simple response and the very simple answer to that is to reach and become the greatest version of yourself. So what do I mean by to reach and become the greatest? How does semen retention, how does not busting a nut, how does not being a horn dog allow you to become the greatest version of yourself? Let me explain. If you go back in history, in even modern history, and you look at some of the most successful men on the planet, they have all embarked on semen retention journeys. LeBron James.
Well, I want to tell you exactly what I do, because I'll be giving my opponents my ingredients. But let's just say that my wife is not enjoying what I do on a day-to-day basis inside the bubble.
A massive amount of thinking, like a truly stupendous amount of thinking, has gone into sex. Without purpose, without procreation, which is actually quite a silly action in the absence of procreation.
Kanye West.
I could go 30 days to be celibate, like I'm a monk.
Napoleon Hill.
Breaks the great emotion of sex, gets more people into trouble than all the other emotions combined.
Jake Paul.
If I fuck the night before I spar, I'll go in there and look like a rag doll.
The list goes on and on and on a bunch of successful men who have publicly stated and openly stated how holding their nut has made them and turned them and allowed them to reach greater heights, become greater versions of themselves. And we might be saying, why? How is that even possible? Well, if you take a look at chapter 11 of Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, probably one of the greatest self-help books, one of the greatest books for anybody who has desire of becoming rich. I definitely recommend you read Think and Grow Rich, which is pretty much about Napoleon Hill. Back then, he interviewed about, I think it was 25 of the most successful men on the planet of that time. And then he put their secrets into that book. And in chapter 11, he dedicated a whole chapter into sexual transmutation, where he pretty much says sexual energy is the most powerful energy in the world. Think about it. Think about what, this is a hypothetical situation. When you're a dude, you in the gym, you're not really feeling it. You're just kind of cruising by the workout. But then a fine ass woman goes by, a fine ass girl come by, automatically you got a boost of energy. Automatically, we seen the memes, automatically you feel like you could do an extra rep or two. Why does it take that energy of that woman to have you become the greatest version of yourself? You get what I'm saying? And that's what chapter 11 of Think and Grow Rich kind of goes into, is that if you take that same horniness energy, you take that same energy, that urge to want to release, that urge to want to, just get one off, and you take that same energy and you apply it towards a goal, you apply it towards something else, then you're able to create something magnificent. You're able to really lock in and focus on something, right? Think about it, man. If LeBron James has openly stated, and he stated this in the bubble, if he's able to use no nut and semen retention to win an NBA championship, going against some of the best athletes in the world, what can you and I do if we decide that, you know what, I'm not gonna watch porn, I'm just gonna lock in, and I'm just gonna lock in, I'm gonna use this energy to become the best version of myself, physically, mentally, emotionally, so forth and so on. Right? So just think about that. If LeBron James is able to win an NBA championship doing this method, what are you capable of doing just if you just put your horniness away for 30 days and say, I'm gonna lock in, I'm gonna focus on what I gotta focus on. For me, what that was this YouTube channel. I said that for the next 30 days, for the next 40 days, for the next 50 days, I'm going to learn, I'm going to lock in, I'm going to become the best version of myself. And that's simply what I decided to do. That's what I decided to do. I decided to become the best version of myself. I decided to lock in, and I feel good. I genuinely feel good. I feel good. I look good. And it's a lot of that has to do with the no nut journey that I've been on. I have more energy when I'm working out in the gym. Getting more shit done throughout my day. The times before bed are randomly where you feel like, damn, I have the urge to nuts. I have the urge to watch porn. I'm taking that same urge and I'm applying it to another aspect, to another sector, to another segment of my life. And overall, my overall quality of life has been more productive, better, and more outstanding. So more of the story is, I want to say, if you're gonna do no nut, do it with a purpose, do it with a mission, do it with a why, right? Like I want to get more fit in the gym. I want to lose 5 pounds. I want to get a new job. I want to get a promotion. I want to start a business. I want to get my first sale. Find your why, and then channel that energy of, I'm not gonna be focused on DMing girls. I'm not gonna be focused on trying to get some pussy, because all the time, energy that you put into trying to get pussy, how much money, how much progress could, and you know it, and I know it, and you know this, how much further would you be if you took the same time and energy that you put into trying to bust the nut, a quick 2-3 minute nut that you put into trying to chase these goals? Think about that. Really think about that. How much further along would you be if you take the same energy you put to trying to bust the nut that you put into these goals? Think about this. Semen has the power to, the only thing on the planet that has the power to create a whole new life form. Literally could create a baby. So instead of impregnating your hand, impregnate your goals, impregnate your vision, impregnate your desires of who you want to become, of what you want to become. We got it wrong, fellas. We have it all wrong. We have it all wrong. We've been so programmed by the music we listen to. We're so lost and confused by the music we listen to, by the shit we're watching, by seeing porn, soft porn every day on Instagram, to that we dedicate and devote our lives to chasing pussy. We dedicate our lives to chasing pussy. And I'm not speaking for all men, but this is for a lot of men. Boom, we go out with the boys. Let me try to grab something to bring back. Let me try to grab something to bring back to the crib tonight. We got it all wrong. Let's take that same energy, let's take that same ambition, let's take that same desire, and let's put it towards ourselves. Let's put it towards our goals, our dreams, our aspiration, and our vision. And how far can we go? That's all I got to say for today, man.